Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. As I'm watching game one of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets, I'll have that video shortly after the game is over. But anyway, let me talk about a video I put out earlier this morning. I didn't get a chance to overlook it, but for some reason the sound was bad. I don't know. YouTube and they little dirty tricks, but nevertheless, though, let me talk about this once again. Now, I did a video earlier this morning. I was talking about Law and Order, organized crime, which it was announced that Law and Order organized crime was renewed for a second season. So there will be a second season, and I talked about the pros and cons of the show and what I liked and what I didn't like. Now, for the most part, the show is solid. The show is solid, but I feel like on some other things, I feel like they missed the mark. I feel like there were so many things they could have did to enhance the show, make it even more intriguing, but it seemed like they shied away from it. You know, one of the storylines that they don't want to talk about is the criminal mastermind that Elliot Stabler's going after, played by Dylan McDermott. Now, this guy's a criminal mastermind. He's part of cyber organized crime. And basically, he has a fetish for, and that's exactly what I'm going to say it is. He has a fetish for black women. Now, his first wife, the first wife that he had two children by. Then he married another woman, and she seemed to be some kind of foreigner, and he has a child with her. But his first wife's son, I don't know if that's her biological son or her adopted son, but he was murdered. And this kind of like what starts the connection to Elliot Stabler. They thought that he was the shooter, and basically she decided to seek revenge by basically ordering and orchestrating a, hit on basically, his wife. Elliot Stabler's wife is killed, you know. So that pretty much leads him on a mission to take him down, plus at the same time seek revenge. But like I said, for the most part, the show was cool, but it just missed the mark on a lot of different elements that they could have went. They could have went deeper with, police brutality, racial profiling, and etc. etc. Now, the little swirling thing that they got going on with Dylan McDermott's character, I've already talked about this in other videos, but, just one of them things to basically sway black women to look towards dating, and procreating with those guys instead, typical sneak dissing of black men. Now, I will say this, something else that bothers me. If you look at the cast, they have a black female cop who is his superior, who is Elliot Stabler's superior, and she is a lesbian. And the funny thing is, this lady got she got she nice. She nice looking. Curvaceous too. But I'm thinking about something else. They don't have a black detective on this show, a black male detective. So that's another thing. And I know they're gonna say, well, what about Ice-T on Special Victim? What about him? So you kind of gotta catch and read between the lines what they're trying to do. So at the end of the day, like I said, it has its good points, but then it misses the mark on some other points. Because, like I said, they could have went deeper with systematic racism and racial profiling among the New York, New York City PD, who has a long history of racial profiling and, corruption. So let's stop it. There's also an episode where basically a young black man who's a victim of circumstances, basically wrong place at the wrong time, where basically he's caught up in a foot chase, and basically he's you know thrown to the ground by the police. He tries to grab his phone to record, and the police basically step on his fingers and crush him, and basically he suffers nerve damage. So the funny thing is, he happens to be the nephew of the black female police sergeant's wife. So it's sort of like a conflict of interest. So like I said, they could have went deep with that too. And then once again you have the situation with the light-skinned children, the lady in question, or the person of interest, versus the dark-skinned male that was murdered. So like I said, it has its good points, but it missed the mark on a lot of things, where a special victims unit tried to take on the issue of, missing black girls not being a priority and racial profiling. So they did try to touch on that subject, and I commend them for that. But at the same time, like I said, Law and Order, organized crime, and special victims unit is made by the same people, so why not just go the same direction with both shows? But there you have it. Just wanted to put that out there. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.